A healthy mom developed complications while 6 months pregnant, resulting in her tragic death, along with her unborn child. However, she made sure to leave a note with one final request. Before we continue, please take some time to subscribe to Dailydose, like and share this video with your friends. It might brighten their day and inspire them to do good. Also keep watching because an important lesson awaits at the end of the video. The COVID-19 pandemic was a difficult time for many people. It was a season of grief, loss, and mourning, not just for the time and freedom that vanished, but for the lives tragically cut short due to the virus. During that difficult time, it was extra challenging for pregnant women who were given limited consultations with their doctors and had to take extra precautionary measures to stay healthy for their unborn babies. Unfortunately, many weren't spared and still contracted the virus. An unexpected turn of events. In Brazil, a 28-year-old pregnant mom named Jade Nascimento had a smooth-sailing pregnancy. She and her husband, Juven Silva, were excited to become parents and looked forward to the day they could finally meet their son. Unfortunately, life had other plans. When Jade hit the 6-month mark, she was diagnosed with COVID-19 and needed to be confined at a maternity hospital. The pandemic had already brought so much pain to Jade's family. She had previously lost her mother to the virus, and ultimately, she suffered the same fate. All efforts to cure her failed. Doctors and nurses did their best to provide Jade with the necessary medical care. They hoped she would recover and bring her child to full term, but she suffered complications along the way. Her son was born prematurely, and he tragically did not make it. Jade continued to fight for a month, but due to severe COVID-19 complications, she too passed away. It was difficult for Jade's husband to grasp his reality. He had lost his whole world in the span of a month, having to mourn two of the dearest people to him. Saying goodbye to his wife, Jade never had any comorbidities. Her death was a shock even to nurses and doctors who believed she would make a full recovery. Her husband, who was unable to see her in her final days due to pandemic protocols, wrote a heartbreaking letter for her on Facebook instead. Somehow, he hoped his words would reach her. We were so happy. Between ups and downs, we never gave up on each other. For us, there was no coming and going because we were simply made for each other, my love, he wrote. The heartbroken man went on to profess his undying love for his wife, even if she was no longer with him on earth. He said, "I can't believe you're gone. I just know that I will love you forever. I hope I played my role as a husband because, for me, you went beyond a perfect wife." Jade left her own farewell message. Shortly after Juven penned his message, a childbirth assistant in the hospital where Jade was confined also wrote a letter of farewell. She couldn't help but admit how painful it was to lose Jade, who she had already grown attached to while caring for her. The childbirth assistant also revealed that Jade wrote a letter before her death when she realized it was near. On a piece of paper and with wobbly handwriting, she had one final request for her loved ones. "The fight is big," Jade started her note. "Only God knows what happens. Pray for my soul," she added. The letter eventually reached Jade's husband, Juven, who couldn't help but cry upon reading it. He thanked the childbirth assistant for her kind words and shared the post for the rest of his Facebook contacts to see.